Well, here we've got the team that made American Sci-Fi right here. Go ahead and introduce yourself so that I don't have to.
I'm
I'm
Corey
Chris
Schmalzle.
McElroy.
Oh yeah, we had a lag there.
I'm the DP for the movie.
I'm Corey Schmalzle. I'm a writer and producer.
And I'm Chris McElroy, the director, producer, writer, editor.
And first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
American Sci-Fi is it's a kick-ass little movie. I've seen your work before. I was honored in our first year, right, in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
You brought Ghostland Boys, and that was a ton of fun. And this is the same kind of fun, but just with the same fun attitude, but with so much more accomplished story, cinematography, acting. In every way, this film is just really well done. And I know in your description of it, you like to say that it's a bit of a salute to the classic sci-fi, low-budget stuff of the '80s, and you totally accomplished that. I mean, you actually accomplished the summer camp vibe and the sci-fi vibe. And honestly, I got to say, your sci-fi elements came off great.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
So I know it was a long process. Go ahead and tell me how this one got off the ground, how you got started with this.
Corey, why don't you start it off?
Sure. So we had done Ghostland Boys a couple years previous, and we had shot that in Chris's hometown of Kingsport, Tennessee. And I was just finishing up school, and we were both getting ready to move to LA, and we kind of wanted to do one last shoot of something before we both came out here. And we were thinking about what we could shoot. And I know we had specifically used the Kevin Smith discussion when he had talked about like, how is he going to shoot? How did he want to make a movie? And he was like, well, I've got a convenience store, so I can use that as the premise for my movie. And so my family in Hawley, Pennsylvania runs a small like family fun park. And we were like, well, that's a great place that we can actually use for free. So we kind of came up with the idea of doing a coming of age science fiction movie totally set within this within the fun park.
And it was it's a brilliant move. Obviously it is a no-brainer if you have access to a family fun park, but boy, that gave you an unfair advantage over all the other no-budget films, because it's such a great location. I mean, the production value you get from being there, kind of through the roof.
Yeah, it was nice. We didn't really like have to build any sets. Like we modified some things, but they were all there, and we just kind of used what we had.
Even the lighting was really helpful. Like all the big spotlights and everything, and the arcade room was just like beautiful because it had so many different colored lights already there. Same with the laser tag set. We barely had to do anything in there because it just really helped with all the different colored lights, really added to the whole sci-fi feeling.
Right. So as cinematographer, you kind of just have this playground to work in, it sounds like.
Yeah, no, it was extremely helpful, especially since we, again, didn't have a huge budget and we had very little in the way of lighting. We just had, I think, 4 lights that we were kind of dragging around to help fill in everywhere. So for the most part, we tried to use whatever was on the park, which it helped that the park had a lot of these really cool multicolored lights. And you can see in the go-kart scene, it has these huge spotlights that I think just looked great.
Yeah, I don't think most people would have guessed you only had like 4 lights that you kept dragging around, because it really looks good. It's day and night.
Yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I think at the end of the day, the stuff at night ended up looking so much better just because of all the different like options that we had to work with there at the fun park.
Well, Chris and Corey, so when you looked at the fun park and decided to write something there, how early in the process did you jump into the, meteor with a foreign life form on it kind of vibe?
If I remember correctly, we were doing a Skype or a Zoom meeting, and we basically wrote every genre and how we could use the fun park. We had like a mob movie idea, we had a rom-com idea, we had a horror movie, we had
There's a time
every
travel
kind
idea.
of movie at the fun park. And eventually, we just settled on the sci-fi idea because I think Corey and I both really enjoy sci-fi. And that was maybe our strongest idea, in my opinion it was. Corey kind of argued for some other ideas, but I fought hard for this one.
Yeah, no, I think it was the right call. And the other big thing for us was also to make sure that we wanted to use every part of the fun park, not just the go-kart. Like, we didn't want to just use the things that were the easiest. And so it was kind of like going through and figuring out how we can do something fun with the laser tag or fun with the batting cages, and make it feel organic in the setting. And it helped that I had worked there since I was like 12, so I knew it like the back of my hand.
I want to jump in with a little anecdote. We wrote the whole script, and I had never been to the fun park. And we got there, and I was in the laser tag room, and we had not written a scene that took place in the actual arena. Originally, everything that takes place there, where I run into the wall as the guy's chasing me around, that originally took place in the batting cages, but Corey didn't tell us how cool the laser tag arena looked. And when we got there, we were like, oh, we got to use this. So we just switched it from batting cages to laser tag.
That's true. I forgot about
which
that.
I think was a great idea visually. And we had the no running gag that was not in the script originally, just because it was in the laser tag arena.
Yeah.
So once we saw that, yeah.
So how long did it take you to, and by the way, it's such a cool process to say, all right, let's explore every possible genre we could have in this location and then just pick the most promising one. Then how long did it take you to come up with this?
We probably
Go
ahead.
I was just going to say, I think we started writing this, it was the late 2016, I think, right? Into early or spring of 2017, because then we shot it June 2017. We shot it right after I graduated school, so it was like June 2017.
I think we brainstormed for like 2 weeks in December, landed on the idea. And then in January, we called Hannah, who plays Liv, and we were like, hey, we have this idea. We haven't written it, but will you be in this in June if we write it? And she said yes. So then we knew we had a lead actress, and I think we wrote until March.
Yeah. I mean,
we made a goal. I think we made a goal to be done by the end of March, so we could April and May, getting everything together, costume-wise and gear-wise, so we could shoot it in June.
Yeah, and it was pretty easy. Like for a lot of the cast, or some of the cast, were people that we had used for Ghostland Boys. So we wanted to reach out to the recurring cast, and then the rest of them we found from my high school, which was right there. Robert Hoffman was a guy that I graduated school with and had known for a while, so knew he was a good actor, so wanted to get him involved if he was interested. And yeah, that process was all through March and April, I think, and then early May.
So you moved pretty quickly.
Yeah, the heat was on, because we knew we were going to move out to LA in July.
Yeah.
And kind of we got to do this before June. Looking back, I don't know why we did this.
And it was also,
it was so quick.
And then it was such a compressed shooting schedule too. We had was it 2 full weeks? I don't think so. I think it was like a week and a half or something.
No, we shot
We-
10 days.
We had the actors for 10 days.
Yeah.
We
And so
we got most of everything done in 9 days, but we shot one shot on the 10th day.
and all the daytime shots we had to shoot when because the park wasn't open yet during the week. So we shot all of the daytime shots before the park, on weekdays before the park opened, and then it just go right into the night and we just keep going.
Right. So there's a time of year when it's only open weekends.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
So
By
we
the
were
way, though,
right in.
a 90-minute feature shot in 9 days, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
We had some
exhausting.
long.
It-
We
it-
should
We
got
kind of
it
like
done.
split.
I think Connor, Corey, and I were the only 3 people on. That was to make sure that the cast members and whoever audio guy like got enough rest to be able to keep going, because we didn't have a day off within the whole 9-10 days.
yeah, so tensions got kind of high between the 3 of us at times. We did our best to keep everybody else happy.
Well, at least it, you know, as long as none of your actors knew what was going on between you 3.
Exactly. We did a good job of hiding that.
Because it definitely looked like everyone was having fun too, from your government agents to the.
I think everybody had a lot of fun, but everybody was exhausted. It was a lot of hard work, obviously, but I think everybody would join in again if they had the chance to do it again.
Yeah,
So,
I hope so.
yeah.
It helped that it was such a fun location. We like rode go-karts almost every day after we shot. We took a lot of like breaks to play games at the fun park, which
Right,
that
could
helped
you-
a lot, honestly.
Corey
for
could
my
give you a
experience.
bucket of tokens.
Yeah, no, I charged them all. Nobody gets a free ride.
After 5 days, we figured out where they stored the tokens, and quality started going downhill after that.
There was one day when we were shooting. We started at like 7 or 8 p.m. and then we were shooting until like 10 the next morning. And at like right around 5:30 or 6 a.m., after everybody was just exhausted, we had to take a break, and we like recovered by playing a round of mini golf at 6 a.m. as the sun was coming up and the birds were chirping. That was always our sign that we were running out of night, was when you'd hear the birds.
That must have been great, you know. I don't live far from a mini golf place, and during COVID, I'm like, why aren't we playing mini golf?
Yeah,
Talk about separation.
exactly. It's a nice relaxing pastime.
But that sounds really nice. So in the end, it was and then I think I picked up from Chris either sharing, must have been an email, or somehow I heard that post took you a lot longer than you expected.
Yeah. So Ghostland Boys took me a year to edit. And so I thought we can do this one in a year as well. Maybe faster, because, you know, I'm better now. But I think with becoming better, the anticipation for quality and my standards are higher. And with that comes, you need more time, I guess. My visual effects skills are much better than they were when I did Ghostland Boys. And so I just wanted those shots to be as good as I could make them. And because I was editing and we weren't paying somebody to edit, we had all the time in the world. So that kind of made it slower too. I also graduated college and started editing this. And so I had, I'm in the real world now. In college, I had all the time to edit Ghostland Boys because I had like 2 classes a day. Now I had like a real job. And so I would only get to edit a few hours every night.
Yeah, which is probably hard to get into a groove.
2.5 years to. Yeah, Yeah. I think there were definitely like pockets of time where I was really moving fast and getting stuff done. But then something would come up for work and I'd be exhausted and slow down and take a break and then come back a month later and start editing again.
But you did all the effects yourself, the whole edit yourself?
For the most part, I have two buddies who are professional VFX guys, and for the shot where the chef pukes all over the hazmat FBI guy, that shot I needed help with. Because I feel like a liquid simulation. So for that little shot, they came in and saved me. Thank goodness.
But other than that, it was all.
But other than that, yeah, all the post was me.
Well, it worked, and you know, it absolutely suits the material. You know, the look and feel. It definitely.
Well, yeah,
everything's symbiotic.
And I mean, I enjoy making movies. I enjoyed it all. I really appreciate the DIY filmmaking aspect of the movie and movies that inspired this one. So I think I didn't want to get too many people involved. And part of it is that I didn't have the money to get too many people involved. But I mean, I think editing it myself really helped while we were shooting, because I would know, well, I'm not going to keep this, or I'll cut that down, so there's no reason to keep shooting it, you know? That's how we were able to shoot it in 9 days, really, and keep everything kind of streamlined.
And you didn't need any pickups?
We did. We were supposed to have 1 day off in the middle of the shoot. And we decided we weren't going to be able to do it because we needed to reshoot some stuff we had screwed up earlier in the shoot.
But I mean, you weren't in the edit and decided, okay, we've got to go back one more day?
There's some stuff I wish we could have, but there was just no way to get that crew back together and make it work.
Yeah, especially when everybody's spread out so far. Like Chris and I were both in LA at that point. Everybody was just all over the country pretty much.
Yeah.
So it was tough.
I mean, we literally shot it right after Corey and a lot of his buddies in Pennsylvania graduated. And so they didn't have jobs right out of school. But 2.5 years later, everybody was in the real world.
Yeah.
Problems.
What a horrible place to end up.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, so one question from a jury member is, I think it's probably an obvious yes, but is your title a nod to Mark Borchart's American Movie?
I think it's more a nod to American Graffiti.
Oh.
Because just like the teen summer idea mixed with sci-fi.
Fair enough. Fair enough. They were wrong. Well, anything else you guys want to share?
We could talk all day about it, but
yeah, I understand. It's this turned into about 3 years of your life, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm.
Did you get to show it? Did you get any in-person screenings in before the global pandemic hit?
No. I mean, I think just the three of us have probably seen it.
Yeah, I mean, I think this screening is the first time that pretty much anybody who's in it is going to see it.
We were really saving for like a big theater experience for everybody to fly and watch it, but this will suffice. This is
breaks my heart that we had to go online.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you did, because all the other festivals we've gotten into haven't, we just got into, and that's it. Yay.
Right. Yeah, that just seemed to me like if you were going to do that, you should have given everyone back their submission fees. But
it's also great to have it online too, because like my grandparents weren't going to be able to. My grandparents are in the movie, and they're not going to all be able to fly out to LA to watch, and so like now they get to be a part of the premiere event if they're able to stay up until 9 o'clock, or if they were able to stay up until 9 o'clock. So we'll see.
Well, I should probably look it up. Did you guys choose to be up for 2 weeks, or did you choose just to be up for one night?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh yeah, so your grandparents' little kid can watch it at noon.
Yeah, that's true. Right before dinner.
It's kind of it's the silver lining because I'm from Tennessee, so all my buddies in Tennessee will get to watch it. Connor's from LA, so everybody's gonna watch it at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Well, tonight, I guess they just. Yeah.
Well, we may not the upload may not be quick enough, but well, anyway, thanks so much. I'm gonna have to pull up the ropes here because we've got another Q&A coming soon. But thanks a lot for the film. I got to tell you, it's really treat for me as a programmer to see your first film, and then a couple years later see another film that is so much more accomplished and no knock on Ghostland Boys, but this is, I'm sure you're much prouder.
Yeah. I mean, we wanted to improve. We set a goal to make a better movie, and I think we did.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And thank you for supporting between this one and Ghostland Boys.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
It means a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hang on. I'm going to stop recording, and then I'm going to tell you guys something. But let me hit stop, and then I will.